So there you go, that was my track Reflections there. And in the meantime, I was trying to sort out the window size, which I'm going to try and do again, which is difficult when you're talking on a microphone and everything. I'll probably have to sort it out again later anyway, so I don't know why I bother when Dots join us. Anyway, yes, that was John Doyle Band with Reflections. I like that track a lot. Live, I play a bit of... Oh, I'm doing all kinds of fading and wibbling here. Yes, welcome to Near Futurist TV episode 9. So we'll have a chat with Dots a bit later on, and in the meantime, let's have a bit of Laurie Black with No Luck. I'm playing with her with Legpuppy as well at the Dublin Castle, so I best load up Laurie Black for you, hadn't I? That's definitely, it's called No Luck. Recently been supporting Adamant, it appears. That's rather nice, isn't it? If you can get an Adamant support slot, just like Johnny Normal did a while ago. Anyway, here's Laurie Black with No Luck.
We thought we had it bad. We were wrong. Who knew it could get worse than riots, recessions, and referendums? This ain't how we planned it. The end of the planet. I was gonna go down in flames, but I got a splinter from the match and now it's gone septic. Nothing is alright. That is the headline. No news, no luck. Nothing is alright. If it wasn't for bad luck, we'd have no luck. This ain't the brand of pandemonium I was sold. I was gonna go up in flames, but I coughed out the spark 'cause I'm asthmatic. Nothing is alright. That is the headline. No news, no luck. Nothing is alright. If it wasn't for bad luck, we'd have no luck. We're obsessed with finding out how, when it will all end. Flooding, overfishing, deforestation, racism, sexism, transphobia, pandemonium, influenza. Living in the age of disinformation, radiation, drawing borders. The lists are getting longer, prices getting higher. To read all about it, well, we're living in it. Everything is
yes, that was Laurie Black with No Luck. That was very good indeed, I think. Right, yes, okay, I'm going to insert here a bit of something that I missed when doing the live stream. I promised to play an exclusive preview of the Way of All Flesh DVD coming out. This is Sleepwalking, I believe is the track, and the DVD they're releasing of their performance is called Ancient Wreckage, I think, and they're going on tour with Bionic Sex and Exile and Rome Burns very shortly. I'll post a photo, well, some kind of image for that here. Anyway, so enjoy The Way of All Flesh. It's my guitarist Delanthea, or Kelly, whatever you prefer, playing with The Way of All Flesh, which is where he originated musically.
Alright, is that enough silliness for one? New song! Drop a million stars away. That's life back as I try to shake off the shroud of artificial sleep. I'm reborn from the deep paralysis of a frozen century. Mind burned in the heat of re-entry. Body feels the cold of deep space, but our memories of a better place. To separate fragments of a life long gone from the dreams of lifetime and sleep torch upon. Piece together mirror shards of identity against black velvet infinity. Look at my surroundings and think what could have led to this. Maybe ignorance and bliss try to tune out the static of the stolen years and remember my reasons for being here. Unfamiliar stars remind me there's no way home, but I don't know where I'm bound, still walking alone. Cold corridors for hours of this endless night. Not another soul in sight. What do I find on waking from my timeless dreams? Just dead machines. I sink to my knees, head in my hand, as I finally understand. Perhaps the screen tells me all I need to know. There's still 10 years to go. Cathedral asleep, just to see what I can find. Just keeping my mind up to faith, it's drawing closer day by day. Now it's only hours away. I drag myself to the captain's chair. Don't know why I chose it, I never smile as I visualize the look on his face. Close my eyes and drift into space. Greet them with a skeletal smile when the time is right. Guide them on their way, sleepwalking all night. 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 Thank you. For time.
Ah, there we go. Right, okay, Legpuppy Tears featuring Vang. Don't know if Vang still exists.
Water gently trickles towards that shape in the clouds. Come join us. Come join us.
Should be live with Dots. There we go. We are indeed live with Dots now, so that is a good thing. Right, I need to adjust things down here because I've got things too loud in certain places for me. But that's not the sort of thing which need bother you, and we need to avoid showing the immense clutter in this room. Hello, where's my camera at? Anyway, yes, hello, Nikki and Les from...
Hello.
from Dots. And which one's which? I mean, we probably need to establish who's Nikki and who's Les.
That's Nikki. The rest you could work
So Nikki's in the silver shirt. Anyway, yes, thank you very much to Dots for joining me and for also joining the show.
Yeah,
In Manchester,
thanks for inviting us.
in just over a week's time now. So, right, okay, I know nothing about you. You're very new to me. I know only what I've seen on YouTube and so forth. You were recommended to me by Paul Morris, Cynthia's Periscope. Absolute brilliant show. I think his music is incredible. Absolutely love it. So, you'll be new to my watchers, listeners. So, tell people about yourselves. What are you all about?
Do you want to start or shall I start? Right behind you. So we are an electronic instrumental duo, but we are a bit different in that Les plays harmonica and a homemade cigar box guitar along with this. We do a mixture of covers and original stuff. We are influenced by 70s, 80s music and early blues music. So it's a real mixture of genres and things. I play an 80s guitar, which I absolutely love because I love the 80s. That's when I grew up. So we just mix electronic beats with old school instruments, and our aim is to make music that people want to dance to. That's the main thing. If people are up dancing, we've done our job.
Seeing as we can't sing along.
Yeah, we can't sing. That's why we don't sing.
So, do people sing and dance along to everything then?
It appears to go well, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
and because we do covers, which normally would have singers, the audience sing for us, so it's great.
Oh, that's handy. Not much into the vocaling yourself then?
Neither of us can sing that well. I mean, you can sing better than me, but I know, some people are tone deaf and they don't realise they can't sing. I totally know that I'm completely out of tune, so I don't even
We know our limitations.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I can't, and it never stops me. So,
well, you're much better than us, believe me.
No, we've not got singing voices. I've certainly not.
No, I don't have that nice singing voice.
So we just play the instrumental side of it, and if somebody wants to put the words in, feel free.
Yeah, we leave gaps for them to put the words in if they want to. So yeah.
Fair enough. So why do this? Why not just sit at home and watch TV and stuff? What on earth makes you want to get involved in all this music nonsense?
Yeah.
I mean, it's nothing but stress and misery, so why do it, honestly?
But it's not, is it?
It's so much fun when you're out there, and when you go to a gig, as you know, it's hard work preparing for it, packing all the equipment, hoping that you've got everything, hoping that everything's going to work when you set it up, dismantling it all, hoping that you're going to take everything home with you that you came with. But to actually get out there and see people enjoying your music and tapping their foot and dancing, then it makes it all worth it. And it's just really good fun, isn't it? We're not the kind of people who sit in front of the TV, so at night we will be, you know, tinkering with various bits of electronic equipment and trying to make new music, and you know,
it's just something you need to do. It's like if it's in you, that's what you do. You know, it's you make music. Some people go fishing. Some people play cricket, I believe, and some people play football, and we make a noise.
You play synths, and we can see a lovely modular system bubbling and bleeping away to itself in the background.
We love it.
That is not the only light show on offer. Look at this.
Oh, well, you're just trying to upstage me now. It's disgraceful.
No chance. That is not good.
No, we can never.
But you know, I'm the colourful one here. You know.
Yeah, well, I keep popping up occasionally.
So, can you remember that moment where you first decided you wanted to get up and do music? Were there any particular artists or something that inspired you to decide to do it?
Well, personally, I've been doing it for a long time, as far as I can remember. I'm a bit older than Nick, so I've been doing it since the 80s, and that's all I've done, you know. And when I wasn't performing, I'd be teaching. I used to do various lessons on guitar and blues harmonica and what have you. So it's just always been even ukulele, but don't let on. It's always something that I've done. So to me, it's normal. A normal weekend for me for years and years was to go out doing a gig with one band or a different band. Yours is a slightly different approach to music because you came through it by the classical route, didn't you? Or So
I played piano when I was younger. Well, obviously still play piano, but I did all my grades classical piano, and it was very much a solitary instrument, which I didn't mind. I liked learning stuff and playing just for myself. I think I always had it in me that I did want to play in a band and do music live, but I never thought that I could. I was influenced by like various artists who like played keys. Tori Amos. Tori Amos was one of my key people, although she's got an amazing voice, and I knew I could never do anything like that. Imogen Heap, especially with the electronic side, she has got one of the same guitars that I've got. So I was like, yeah, she was a big influence on, especially in the early 2000s. She was doing stuff electronically that I was like, I didn't even know that could be done. And I never thought I'd actually do it until we came up with the mixing, the electronic with your instruments, and thinking I can play. Yeah, I can play keys, and we self-taught ourselves how to record electronically and use all like the software, and we bought several synths in lockdown and taught ourselves how to use them. Lockdown was a big kind of stepping stone for us. That's when we really got into it, because we had all this time and extra free time when we weren't going out doing other stuff, to actually sit down and go, right, we should work on this, because we think we can make a go of this and do something that's a bit different to what you normally hear.
So what inspired you to get into the whole Eurocrack thing, as in the modular system?
Do you know, well, there was two influences. So Suzanne Charney, who, I mean, she plays a Buchla synth, which is just a crazy modular synth, which is incredibly expensive as well. She was one of the early pioneers of synths, working with Don Buchla in the 70s. And we actually went to see her a couple of weeks ago for the first time, and she was amazing. And she let me unpatch her synth, so I was like so honoured. And so that really started it off. And then we went to see one of our favourite bands. It's called Oon, and that's Paul Langley and Mark Radcliffe, the radio DJ. They do electronic music. And one of the gigs that they had in Manchester, there was a guy supporting them called Io. and he played a modular synth, and that was the first time I'd actually seen modular live, and it was amazing. He was a keyboardist by kind of tradition, and then moved into modular. And I remember looking at it going, there's no way we're going to ever do anything like that. That's far too complicated. And then 12 months later, I kind of just got a little bit tempted, and I was like, I like all them flashing lights and wires. We're going to have to learn how to use them. So that's how we started on the modular, and it is very addictive. It's expensive and very addictive.
Yes, that's what I say, Euro crack.
Yeah, it's like... Yeah,
addictive and expensive.
Yeah, it's great fun.
Flashing lights?
Flashing lights. Oh, yeah, flashing lights.
Yeah, flashing lights. So, can you tell us of any sort of particularly exciting gig situations you've had, and maybe any moments that really should have forgotten, but have had, I want you to
just had
relive?
one that I should have forgotten, to be honest. So we'll start off with the one that we should have forgotten. So I've got I've got an Alesis Vortex keytar, which is wireless, which is great because that means I can wander around and still play it and look quite cool while I'm doing it. But obviously it runs on battery. So I'm very paranoid. I'm like, I put in a fresh set of batteries before every gig. We'd recharge the batteries, put them in there. And then a gig that we did in Wigan last Friday, it was the first song that I was actually picking up the keytar to play it keytar style. And I was like, it was one of my favorite songs. And I started playing it, and it started playing the wrong notes. And that's what happens when the batteries start running out. And so even though I'd recharged these batteries, I sounded like Les Dawson, basically. And I had to just quickly put it down. And I said to Les, cover for me. Do something. I can't play this. I had to change the batteries in it.
We have been
that
asked.
That was a bit of a hairy moment. And I was like covered in sweat for the rest of the set. Because I was like, is this going to let me down again once I change the batteries? But so, yeah. And then...
any really good gigs?
Really good gigs.
Good gigs, but by and large, it's just pretty much.
Yeah, it's.
People tend to. Well, I enjoyed Atmo actually. That was.
Atmo was really good.
Even though there wasn't
Which
a
is where we're
massive
back
crowd,
at next week.
Yeah, it's a great venue. And we've been there to see other local bands play, and it really loved the venue, and it was really good because there was people. We'd got a few people coming that we knew, but then people had randomly come in off the street to come and see what's going on. And we were getting, a girl came up to us at the end and said, this is my first time at Atma, and you were amazing, and I'm waiting for you to come back, and then I'm going to come back. So I'm hoping that she's following us, because she might turn up in a couple of weeks' time.
I want to know how the hell she randomly walked in off the street. It's so difficult to
Yeah,
it's not an easy
really
place to locate at all.
Yeah, I was like, how do you find that place?
We have been asked in the chat, what's your favourite artist from the 80s, and do you take requests? That's our headliners, Inkubus Sukkubus, asking.
Oh, okay.
I'm a big OMD fan, so they came late 70s through the 80s. Then Orchestral Manoeuvres in the Dark. That's my favourite. I like Kraftwerk as well.
Which overlaps, doesn't it, to the 70s, 80s?
Like a bit of the Kraftwerk thing. What's yours, Nick?
Well, same as you, really. Kraftwerk and OMD from the electronic side. From the non-electronic side, I was a bit obsessed with Cyndi Lauper when I was.
She's marvellous.
Oh yeah, the makeup, the hair, everything. When I was 9 and I discovered her, I was like, oh my god, I just want to be this person. She's just amazing, and she got a fantastic voice. And she's still like amazing now.
Favourite Cyndi album?
Fantastic. Sorry?
Favourite Cyndi album then? I know what I choose.
I love the one that she Detour, where she did all the country covers. But I guess I would say True Colours is my favourite, because that was when I discovered her. So that album was
That's the right answer.
Yeah, it's classic.
True Colours is an absolutely incredible album. I love it to pieces. I listened to that far too many times. Yes, quite.
I think my mum and dad got sick of it. I used to insist on having it in the car everywhere we went for years. So, and in terms of whether we take requests, Potentially if we got the requests in advance. So, and if it's OMD, we actually have a number of OMD tracks that we cover and put in our set.
I mean, if you need a vocalist for them, I can murder them happily for you.
Excellent, you're more than welcome to.
That'd be good.
There's been a question in the chat that I don't know if it's for you or me, but it says, have you got any festivals lined up? I mean, personally, I haven't, but have you got any?
We've not got any festivals.
We have.
Oh yes,
we have. We've got Langworthy.
Oh, the one Langworthy Festival.
Yeah. So we don't know what date we're playing yet, but we're booked for Langworthy Festival, which is in Salford, and I think it's called Langworthy Live, and it's over the weekend of the 16th of September. And what's great about this festival is that all the shops are opened up in the evening and they put bands on. So we've requested to play in the laundrette. There's no guarantee that we're going to get it, but you could be playing in a laundrette, sweet shop, barbers, you know, so it's going to be a great festival. So
Chip shop.
Chip shop would be good.
I hear there's a guy works down the chip shop, swears he's Elvis.
I believe
Oh,
so.
really?
There's someone else
There
said
you go.
that he's a liar, but I don't know, I'm not sure. Yeah, so anyway, it's going to be really great to see you live. Looking forward to it very much. Yes, he's live.
Really looking forward to seeing you live as well.
No, I'm just you know, that kind of sedate, sit on a stool kind of thing. So if we part then with just one final question of tell people why, it's not a question but an instruction to tell people why that they should go and see you live then.
Well, I don't know why they should come and see us.
All right then. That's it then, right?
Unless I haven't finished talking.
You're sacked then.
Unless they like flashing lights,
Lights.
a sense of humour.
Definitely a sense of humour.
Something to tap the foot to.
Oh, and how do you feel about playing with goths?
Well,
Do you know, very excited.
super excited.
Super excited. I'm like, this is going to be the night out. We're really looking forward to seeing everyone that night. So.
I mean, I'm not a goth anyway. I'm an insurrectionary neo-futurist, obviously.
We are so looking forward to this. I can't tell you.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
So thank you hugely for joining me tonight. So,
Thank you for having us.
Yeah,
Nicky and
thanks
Les,
very much.
Greatly looking forward to meeting you. We'll have to make sure we have our keytar receivers switched off because I've had issues with them before of people's keytars linking to my laptop instead.
I think I'm wiring up for that night after the battery incident. I think I'll just plug
it could still connect to mine, but I think you've got a vortex too anyway. Thanks so much. It's been lovely to chat to you, and I'll see you next week on the 16th of July.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Have a good evening, and
You too.
go have some bleeping.
Will do.
All right, thanks very much, and I'll see you next week.
Thanks, bye. Bye.
Speaking of OMD. So there we go. That was a lovely interview with Dots. So I'm going to move swiftly on because I've got a few more things I want to get through. Have a bit of Inkubus Sukkubus, as they are the headliners for next week. So let's have the classic that introduced me to Inkubus Sukkubus. Let's have Belladonna and Aconite. So here we go. So next week, Manchester, let's get that poster up again. You can go to jointhenightshift.uk to go and buy tickets. It's £13.09 for the tickets, because that's the way fees work when you charge £12 for a ticket. Tomorrow night, though, I'm off to Derby. I'm going to perform with Pretty Addicted. So let's have a bit of Pretty Addicted for the first time on any of my productions. So this is Pretty Addicted, A Devil Called Bob. So
if your life isn't all that it should be, if your relationships aren't working, if your health, your finances, or your spiritual life are unhappy, schedule a personal one-on-one encounter with me.
Yes, let's go dark. Yes, let's go dark. Yes, let's so dark. Yes, not so dark. Yes, not so dark.
I know a devil called Bob, and he likes the weak and downtrodden. You better have a job, 'cause he likes the 10% forgotten. If you've had a hard life, if you've been abused or you're out of rum, you can summon the one who can take it all away for a small sum. Are you seeking freedom? Are you seeking God? Are you wrapped in a chain? Do you want forgiveness from the unholy one?
We go! 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 We go!
I know a devil called Bob, and I wanna know how the fuck he sleeps at night. I know a devil called Bob, and I wanna know how the fuck he sleeps at night. I know a devil called Bob, and I wanna know how the fuck he sleeps at night. I know a devil called Bob, and I wanna know how the fuck he sleeps at night. I see the devil for real, and he calls himself the righteous. He nothing more than steals from those who are more stupid than us. You may not have a big car, but the one you fight for has two. You may not see angels, but the one that you wanna eat to. You may not have any riches, but you've got just enough to line that motherfucker's pockets so he can tell you the blessed upon you are Lord.
We go! We go! We
What's happened is my life is absolutely changed. I can say that I'm not the same person that I used to be. Definitely thanks to
Always remember Bob loves you, I guess. Quick bit of talk about films. Not got much time left, so I'll just say that I watched 2 James Bond films this week. This week I saw at the cinema For Your Eyes Only, which is the first Bond film I can say is truly good. It's just a really entertaining film. It's not sexist, it's not racist. There's maybe a touch of unprovoked violence, but you know, it's an action film. You've got to have a bit of that sort of thing. That was really, really good, actually. I gave it 4 stars out of 5. I mean, there's a few rather implausible aspects of the plot, but hey, it's a silly Bond film. And then, like last night, I watched Sean Connery return to the Bond franchise with Never Say Never Again, which is absolute unmitigated rubbish in every single way. It's totally stupid plot-wise. It's absolutely terrible in the pacing. It's like 2 hours 15 minutes long. It looks bad. Sean Connery looks so ridiculously old. And it's back to the horrific sexism of previous things. It's kind of a remake of the film Thunderball, and yeah, it's just absolutely appalling rubbish. Anyway, so that's a little bit of film stuff. I also saw The Black Phone, which I was really surprised. I discovered it's from the director of Exorcism of Emily Rose, which is a film I really enjoyed. It's one of the creepiest films I've ever seen, and that one, that was a really good film, Black Phone. Not really a film I'd say is scary, but it's a film that was just really entertaining. There's actually kind of nice themes of friendship and stuff run through that, which I found really quite surprising. Yeah, that was really good stuff. Anyway, I'm going to finish tonight with a bit of Punkdisco live in Chatham. I could also say that I saw Once Upon a Spy on Tuesday night, a Ted Danson sort of spy film thing, a TV movie from 1980, and it's very, very, very dull and plodding, very, very boring. Don't recommend watching that one, but do watch The Black Phone. That's very good. I also watched the new Minions movie, Rise of Gru, and that's a bit dull. It's a Minions movie. It is what you expect. If you like the Minions, you'll like it. Anyway, so Punkdisco, all the things I'm gonna finish with tonight, which will probably take me to a bit less than an hour this week, but there you go. That's what I'm going to do. So there, and you can't stop me. Right, Punkdisco, all the things, live in Chatham, as recorded by me, in fact. There we go.
Hit the rock.
The
Something